Thanks, Joanna. So, well, thank you everyone for joining. Before I start, I'll introduce myself. I am Valentina Martilote. I'm from Argentina, but live in the UK, but between UK, Colombia, and Argentina, and Spain. And since I had my awakening in 2020, which was thanks to Matthias, thanks to an Instagram post about Matthias. Yeah, my life has shifted in a whole new direction, and part of that awakening was to connect with my gifts, healing gifts. That I'm a channeler of the blue energy, and since last year I've also started connecting with the divine feminine. Yes, is my path started first with attracting lots of women to my sessions without without actually consciously doing it, that had suffered abuse as children. So one of the things we're going to be talking about that experience and how that actual experience connects with own path, but also then the work that we do in as star seeds, helping recreate the planetary grid. Everything. I'm hoping that I will be able to express it so you can see how everything connects with everything. Our healing, our ancestors, the planetary grid, Earth's ley lines, and all the work that lots of different people are doing around the world to support humanity and planet Earth on its ascension. So my first connection with the divine feminine was around, as I said, start having lots of women. There was a pattern that lots of women will come to me with a looking to understand more about the chakras, harmonizing their chakras, understanding, feeling that either the root chakra or the sacral chakra was blocked. And the memories I will connect with the person will be about sexual abuse, and also then the explanation of why that person experienced that as a child, which has to do with cleaning ancestral female lineage. Yeah, we're going to explore that as part of what I'm talking today. Following that, I've and actually was in Egypt last year when I traveled to be part of Matthias' group. I also started feeling blockages of the divine feminine in certain places that I was visiting in Egypt. Yeah, and then I had the same experience in Spain, in Argentina, in England, where I live. And then I understood that there was also some work to do around unblocking ley lines. Yes, because the as we have our chakras and energy flows through us, the way that energy flows through Mother Earth is through the ley lines, but they're, because of history, because of religion, because of interest, there have been lots of different ley lines that over the period of humanity is starting getting blocked, and then blocking the flow of feminine energy. Yes, and also then that in a way has impacted us as humanity connecting with that divine energy. And lately, what has presented, that's why then I decided to do, when I started putting the puzzle together, I started to decide sort of sharing so people also can understand what's going on in their own paths. Since we activated the planetary grid in February 2022 last year, is that grid at the moment, it is really just a structure, yes, that needs to be sustained and supported. And we do that by our own consciousness. Yes, shifting away from the collective subconscious and start living our lives connecting with the divine consciousness. And it's through our own experiences, our own healing processes, our own day-to-day, living in the right here, right now, in divine presence, being in our center, as Mattia explained, every day for a whole year, is when we start actually feeding new frequencies to that grid. Yeah, at the moment, the grid is in a structure, but that structure needs to be sustained. And the way that it's sustained is by then unblocking everything that's going on Mother Earth, yes, which is all the work that people go and do in different nodes and intersections of ley lines. But most importantly is the work that we do ourselves. Yes, and this is very much what the 12 systems explains, is we need to ensure then that our cells start shifting in vibration, so then we can get away from all the distortions that are recorded in our cells. Distortions that we inherit from our family tree, from our ancestors. That's why it's so important to do work. Yes, in regards to do cleansing on all our past history, and also then on all of the emotional baggage that we generate ourselves on a day-to-day. Yes, because we sustain in separation. For us, it's hard to believe that actually we are the divine, having an experience. So sustaining that separation from ourselves, really what's happening is that we're not allowing our energetic body to connect with the soul star chakra. Yes. That is also then preventing for everything that we live to start feeding that planetary grid. So my work, in a way, is very much linked to those three aspects. Yes, working with Mother Earth, working with humanity, but also then, as much as possible, support then the frequency of the planetary grid. And this is not just me only. This is for whole humanity to understand that every work, every little piece of healing and recognition about yourself is really supporting, yes, the grid. So today I'm going to be expanding a bit on these three concepts, how they all intertwine, how they take us back to understand really what the divine feminine is. At least when I started, because I have to say I consider myself quite sort of newish in the world of spirituality. So I had lots of information that I needed to digest, yes, as part of my awakening, to be able then to actually position myself where I needed to be in this second part of my life. And I had, I would say, a skewed concept of the divine feminine in the way that I could see is referred in spirituality. Yes, divine feminine is very much the way I understood, but having talked to other women, I think that is something very common. Also talking to men, is very much connected with an energy that only belongs to women, an energy that relates to women regaining their power. Yes, an energy that is available for us to connect with abundance. Very much with abundance, it's like, I want more cash in my bank account. And actually, the divine feminine is much more than that. Yes. Also, then we connect, when we think about the divine feminine, we tend also to think about Mary Magdalene. And there is lots of different movements to try to reconnect with the experience of Mary Magdalene. But actually, Mary Magdalene did everything she needed to do at that point in time in humanity to start reactivating the divine feminine. Yes. For us, the ones that are actually doing the work she had a job very similar to the one of Jesus. Yes. Create the structure for when humanity was ready to be able to reestablish the harmony between the divine feminine and divine masculine. One of the messages I keep receiving, because at some point I went, why I'm not connecting if Mary Magdalene is the divine feminine, if Mary's, why? And then I get such strong channelings that I'm here to reestablish divine feminine, why I'm not connecting with them, why I'm not receiving their wisdom, why they're not supporting me. And one of the main messages I received is like, because you're starting a new humanity, you need to start fresh. Everything that we're doing now has not been done in the past. Yes, we cannot create new from old. So try to find out, replicate, rememorate, won't work. Anything that starts with makes reference to something that has been done already. And one of the main messages that we are receiving as humanity, yes, as us, the ones that we cutting, doing the clear cut, is to leave behind everything that we've learned. That was information that was created by someone else, processed by someone else, and put in front of us. But to start reconnecting with our own wisdom, yes, with all of the knowledge that our soul already has. And hence, that's why we are here in this point in time in humanity, because we have all of the wisdom that is required to start creating new. Yes, everyone has that power, and there are no masters. Yeah, that's why Jesus or Christ is not coming again. Yes, because the Christ is in our hearts. Is we connect with that divine energy, we reactivate that divine energy, but going inside, but understanding that all of the power is really within us. We just need to clear all of those belief systems that make us live in fear, make us sort of keep sustaining separation. And it's all of the work that is happening at planetary level, but it's happening mainly through our own processes, the one will really allow heaven to come to earth. Everyone with me up to here? Brilliant. Okay, so let's start from the beginning. The source went decided to experiment itself. It divided into main type of energies, and that is what we call the divine feminine and the divine masculine. The divine feminine is the energy that creates, and if we think about a womb, that create the space for the masculine, the power energy, the moving energy to express and experiment. This is how actually that was replicating from the moment of the Big Bang and the creation of this universe up to the point of the creation of a human body by the division of that initial cell that is the combination of an egg and a spermatozoid sperm. And so our biology, is very much connected with that wisdom. Is how we work. But our minds, our consciousness have separated from that wisdom. And this is what then how humanity has been evolving over the last 1,000 years, very much supporting themselves in a very masculine energy. Yes, the masculine energy that makes you keep sustaining beliefs that everything has to come through hard work, through effort, through concentration, through repetition, understanding, copying and pasting. Yes, and little by little we starting forgetting and disconnecting from the divine feminine. The divine feminine is presented in the universe and in this planet through cycles. Yes, the divine feminine is what we will call the matrix. Yeah, but not the matrix misunderstood as there is someone but creating things for us, so then we are disconnected. Yes, the matrix as in the place where a pattern can be created. Yes, again, pattern connects to masculine, matrix connects to feminine. Matrix allow pattern to evolve itself. So we will have cycles, and we see how we have the movement of Earth, how we have the 4 cycles during the year, how we have the cycles of the moon, how we have the cycles of the feminine body. Yes, and all those cycles, what they're doing is allowing different aspects of the self to visualize themselves, to understand exactly how one actually can experience different aspects. Usually when we think about the divine feminine, we think about circles. Yeah, circles that can be divided. As once we cover it, we have repeated one circle, which is one cycle, and we can repeat it over and over and over again. And this is mainly what has been happening with humanity. We have been repeating the same cycles over and over again. So we've seen war, yes, we've seen welfare things coming, we've seen war again, we've seen good things happening, we've seen bad things happening. So it has been an evolution of time, but we stayed kept on the same cycle. When we start reestablishing, recognizing the one, yes, combining the divine feminine with the divine masculine, what happens is that if we think the divine masculine is this linear push, yes, this linear energy, linear force, and when we combine that linear force with the circle, what happens is then that we can start transiting the circle, but this time we start moving up. Yes, we're going through same structures, but start having different experiences. Because now I'm understanding that I can apply consciousness to my life, that I can have a different experience, that I can choose a different experience. And this is when I start reestablishing both the divine feminine, divine masculine, and what we call an ascension process. Really, what it is the reconnection of both energies as one and coming back to source. Yes, this is what we are as humanity at the moment, is reestablishing, yes, the perfect balance between these two energies and recognize that we're all one. So how then this is happening? Yes, so for one part is, as we were saying, is the ley lines had different points of intersections where we had energy, a feminine energy flowing, masculine energy flowing, and those intersection points will be points where our ancestors will use to reconnect with Mother Earth, to reconnect with other civilizations, to connect with the universe. And with the evolution of humanity, we started losing those connections. And actually, if you see now, is lots of these interaction points on Earth are either where we have churches and where we have all beings like castles, or there are places like caves. Yes, caves they represent the womb, different wombs of Mother Earth, and those, because of the energy of those caves, they was a lot of dark magic and rituals that happened, and we are now invited to start cleaning those places so we can allow then that divine energy to flow and reconnect. So I'll invite everyone that when you're traveling, when you're on holidays, if you happen to be close to a cave, make sure then that you can go and visit, go with your best, set your best intentions, and allow energy to move and flow. Usually the way I feel it myself, and I was talking to someone else the other day, and she had a similar experience, and I said, well, that might help other people too. The blocked divine feminine energy, when we set the intention to check the energy of the place, whether it's blocked or not, the way I tend to feel it is with really strange vibration on my left leg. Yes, we know that all of the feminine energy flows on the left side, and all of the masculine energy flows on the right side. So usually, if we have any sort of physical problems or pains in one part of the body or the other one, will tell very much about what energy we need to work, whether we need to work also then relationship with my mother, with my father, with my female lineage, with my masculine lineage. The body tells lots of information about what needs healing. So it's very important to pay attention to what the body tells us. So when, for example, if you are in a sacred place, yes, or you can feel the energy, you're in a mountain, you're in the forest, you're in a church, in the middle of town, is to allow your body to tell you, yes. And you might experience, yes, that either you feel like a tingling on the left, that we talked about energy not flowing, or maybe on your right, so we talked about the energy, the masculine energy. So that's something that we can all do to help rebalance, the flow of these two energies. Now the most important part of this awakening process, of this ascension process, is our own work. Yes, the work we do in order to bring our energy to the right level of frequency and to keep that energy in this state. We when the self decides to reincarnate, we will choose three things. We will choose the time and space. Yes, because that would allow ourselves to experience at a certain point of human history. Yes. The time and space specifically also would define your birth chart. Yes, and in the birth chart, you will be able to, depending on the position of the different planets and what's going on with the constellation's energy and the different aspects of houses, you will have tools that are available already for you, because you have gained those tools, those gifts, those experiences in previous incarnations. And also then you will have the different scenarios that you need in order to experience whatever it is that you came to learn in this incarnation. Yeah, and that's very much, if you haven't done your your birth chart, I will highly recommend it that that you do, because it will tell you a lot about yourself, your purpose, and your journey in this life. And the third aspect, so the first one is point in time of human history. Second point, time and space to define then what will be your own particular experience. And the third is the family that we born. Yes, we choose mom and dad, and we choose mom and dad by vibration, and also then because of all the information that vibration tell us about the experiences that have been already recorded in those lineages. Yes, in those, I like to call them family trees. Yes, because you can imagine that with a trunk, and then everything that expands is all of the history and experience that is already there available for us for our own benefit. And why we need that? Because in order for us to experience, to create a scenario for us to, let's say, we come in here to learn about self-love, yes, or self-recognition. All of the learnings always will be around ourselves. In order then for us to be able to create those scenarios that will be the perfect for us to work on our self-love, that happens by vibration. Yes, as you know, we've one of the universal laws is the law of resonance and law of attraction, and that is that depending on what we vibrate in, is that what we generate. So, because of the history of our family, yes, and plus the experiences that we have the first 7 years of our life, we almost tune ourselves in different type of vibrations that would create the scenarios that are perfect for us to go through our learning process. And that is perfect, yes. But that what has happened reincarnation after reincarnation. But now the humanity that is activating and moving in their path of consciousness at this moment, we also have a contract with our ancestors, so that family tree, yes, no longer carries those low vibrations. And this is come again something that I do myself, and that's why today we're talking about womb healing as well. The new humanity is not going to be all souls reincarnating once again. Almost it's going to be like a change of shifts. Yes, there are new beings waiting and expecting to come to Earth to start having earthly experiences. But these new beings are so high in vibration that incarnating in these physical bodies with all of the density that we carry because of the emotions of our family tree is very hard for them. So one of the things that we're doing to support also ascension is to clean those family trees. Yes, and this is when it comes to the experiences that, for example, the one about sexual abuse. It is on our subconscious that we women have a direct link with the creation. Yes, we are the portals of creation on this planet. Yes, and because of the distortion of the masculine energy, that was not accepted and not like. So what started happening was that we started generation by generation disconnecting the feminine power, the feminine creative power from women. And the way that happened generation after generation was through misuse of the sexual energy. And that was mainly abuse and rape to women. Yes, that was recorded in our DNA. Yes, both from men and women. Women started getting very disconnected from their sexuality. Yeah, very ashamed of their body, very ashamed of feeling pleasure. And men also had a very distorted connection with their sexual energy. So it was the combination of both things that started making happen sexual abuse within families. But it got to a point where we accepted to have lots of women, or lots of soul incarnating as women, and even as men, accepted in their lives to have that experience. So then we can go through forgiveness. Yes, we connect with love. We can go beyond just the repetition of the victim and the why me. So then we can break that pattern. So this is one of the most important jobs that women have been doing over the last 2-3 generations. Yes, women that are going through incredible awakening, reconnection process, start understanding, but most importantly, start forgiving. Because by forgiving, what we're doing is like we bring in to our conscious, to awareness, that experience that was a repetition that our mothers, our grandmothers, our great-grandmothers suffer, to put it an end. By putting an end, also what we're doing is like we disintoxicating our womb energetically. Yes, and also then allowing either ourselves or our daughters or nieces to be able to get pregnant with beings of much higher vibration. Yeah, that's how that interlinks and connect. Some other people, some other women and men are experiencing reestablishing self-love. Yes, that has also then with self-recognition. So all of the work that they're going to be doing in their healing process, is to forgive abandonment, separation. Yes, everything that in a way is the self has generated as the right scenario for the person to be able to transit that experience. Yes, understand the what for of the experience. Getting away from the why me, the victim. Yes, to reconnect with the what for, and to be able to activate new levels of consciousness, expanding consciousness, and moving to new levels also then of frequency. So now, every time we do an exercise like that, recognizing the what for of every painful experience that we had. Yes, we have chosen, even if we don't remember, we have chosen those painful experiences, but because those experiences, they were not just ours. Those experiences have been lived and suffered by many generations in our ancestral lineage. So by being able to bring to consciousness, to forgive, to heal, to move on, what we are doing is like we're moving away from also then the collective, yes, and start creating a new version of the collective, a conscious collective. And this is exactly what is now the planetary grid that was activated last year is feeding with, is really feeding with our experiences. Because what happens at the moment, there are different grids. Yes, those grids are sustained by very low vibration, by fear. See how fast bad news propagate. Yes, it's because the old collective, the subconscious collective, is feeding, but it's also is receiving. Now we generated a new grid, and that new grid will have to feed so then we can receive this new level of consciousness. So everything we do in regards to when we meditate, when we allowing ourselves to feel suffering, when we allowing ourselves to heal, when we go in that step further, all of those experiences are the ones that are now feeding and being recorded in the planetary grid. So it is, yes, it's beautiful if we all have the experience or the opportunities to go and do planetary work in different trips, in connecting with those places. But the most important work that we can do for activating and maintaining that grid that we all helped to build last year is by our own work every day. Yes, our meditation, being able to become the observants, non-judgmental observers, start taking advantage of all of the tools that we have in regards to astrology, understanding all the energies that are available for us. Each energy is what it's doing is present like a different aspect of the self, activating, allowing you to experience that, either because you have a tool, a gift, yes, to take advantage, or because once again is the one generating the special scenario for you to be able to bring a different level of consciousness to what until now has been a cycle of repetition. How many times we said, I always attract the same boss, or always my friends keeps doing the same. We start off very good, but then something happens and they take advantage of me, or so I start understanding, what are those patterns, yes, and what exactly those patterns are bringing to ourselves. So this is what I wanted to share exactly how everything interlinks and connect, and how important is the work that we do. Before I move, I would like then to work, and we're going to be working with a meditation connecting with our ancestors. But before that, if anyone has any questions or any comments, anything else that from your experience you would like to add, more than welcome to listen to you. Thank you, Shimon. Okay, so we're moving to our alignment. I'll invite everyone to close your eyes. Deep breath in. Exhale. And we're going to connect with the present moment, feeling my body. And I'm going to ground, activating my energy roots. And we're going to expand and extend those roots up to the center, connecting with the heart of Mother Earth. We are presenting ourselves in awareness, in gratitude. And I will allow the Mother to nurture, to support me. And I can feel that energy going up, connecting to my root chakra, cleansing my root chakra. And I will shift my attention to my crown chakra, opening my crown chakra and connecting with my soul star chakra. With the I am. Deep breath in. I will allow the vibration to connect with my heart, expanding my heart. And I can see how the energy starts moving. I can feel my connection to all, to oneness. And I'm going to bring balance to the divine feminine and the divine masculine. Bringing that balance to my family tree, to my ancestral lineages. And I will visualize my mom, my mother behind my left shoulder, and my father behind my right shoulder. It doesn't matter if I met them, if I had two mothers, if I had two fathers. I will visualize them all because I'm integrating all of the history that supports who I am. And I will call upon all of the women brought from my father and my mother. And I'm going to turn around, present myself in front of them. Just feel the energy. I'm honoring them. I'm thanking, connecting with pure gratitude for being the perfect drivers for my incarnation. I'm going to connect with every woman, their experiences, their sufferings, their emotions, their losses, their happiness. I will just allow that all my ancestors to talk to me. They've been living with me in my cells. Their expression is my expression. And since I am connected to Mother Earth, I am supported by the Divine Feminine. I'm going to gift all of these women with that energy too, as ways of gratitude for everything that I inherited from them. I'm also supported by Archangel Gabriel, and I will open a portal and allow any souls that are still trapped in the fourth dimension to continue with their process. That is the least I can do for everything they have done for me. And my heart is filling with joy, and I'm expressing that joy to all of these women. I will also invite any souls that couldn't incarnate because of abortions. I will invite all these women that have been disregarded because of their experiences, inviting them to take back their place in this family tree. And I could feel how my own body is also shifting, leaving behind heavy weight. Because they're healing, I am healing. And for all women, I will invite you to take your hands in shape of a pointing down triangle into your womb. And to bring pure magenta light cleansing, healing, and to repeat to yourself, my womb is not for keeping sorrow nor fear. My womb is to create and bring life to life. And through my womb, I'm connected to all of the wombs of the women in my family, expanding this love, expanding this gratitude, this creation, this creative power, reestablishing in myself the purity of the divine feminine. And now I invoke the divine masculine. And I can feel it as a ray of light going through my body from source to earth. And I allow my body to receive, to recalibrate in the divine masculine energy. Connecting with the will of my higher self over the will of the ego. Connecting with the purity of the structures, divine structures, leaving behind structures of limiting beliefs, fear, separation, illnesses. And I will present myself to all of the men, all my ancestors, from my mother's side and my father's side. And I connect with gratitude, with love, with understanding, forgiving, forgiving abandonment, abuse, mistreatments. And recognizing that everything has been perfect. For whom I become, for my own experiences, for my own recognition and ascension plan. And from my solar plexus, my masculine energy chakra, I project light to all of the men that experiences their sufferings, their loneliness, the misunderstandings, bringing equality, awareness. Also inviting any soul that is ready to continue their process, to follow Archangel Gabriel. And I allow myself to express my gratitude, my understanding, all of my own experiences that were mirrors of experiences in my tree. And I can see how my own light is expanding, is feeding with golden light all of my ancestral lineage. That's my own power. That's the power of the divine. When I allow myself to be at my center and receive, because I received, I project. And I'm going to take both my hands to my heart. Allowing myself to receive the purity of my own energy, of the divine flowing, recalibrating every cell of this physical body. And so it is. Thank you. Thank you. Thank you. When we're ready, we can open our eyes and come back to the right here, right now moment. Thank you, Alexa. If anyone would like to share what their experience is, they had any connections with their ancestors. Thank you, everyone. You had a beautiful energy. It was the openness that you all had was amazing, and I could see how all these lines, they were going up from your heart, parents, grandparents, great grandparents, that keep going up and up and up and illuminating and changing vibration. It was amazing. Mm. I'll keep the call for a few minutes if anyone would like to share or ask anything. If not, I'll let you go and continue with your evening.
So maybe I can share.
Yes, thank you.
Yeah, so here's John. I'm not sure if you can see me because it's dark in my room.
Yeah, no, but yes, I can. We can
Good.
see.
So for me, it was really powerful, especially that I was standing. And when you told us, instructed us to imagine our parents and all the ancestors behind our back, and then turn around and face them, that was just like, it hit me like hell. Really, from all these women, the suffering, and also that they could not be internally in harmony because they merely had to survive. That was hard times.
Yes.
And they had to survive. They couldn't like be fully in their divine power because of that. And that also contributed to the suffering.
Exactly.
And yeah, it was like, tears going down, but it was really, really intensive. And the male energy, it was like the fear was strong, and also kind of lost, like, am I really guilty? Like, I'm not sure what's going on here. So that was the male energy.
Wow, amazing. It is really powerful, and anything that we can do to heal the ancestors is it is for our own benefit, and is for the benefit
Yeah.
of the new generations. Is so I'm very grateful that you experienced that and you allowed. It is very powerful to turn around. Every time I do it in my visualizations is and see, and I can see all their faces. I can really connect with that history that really hits you. Is like, wow.
Yeah, exactly. And also when we send the healing energy, that was also an immense relief
Yeah.
coming from them.
Yeah. Yeah. And also I felt lots of souls when we activated that connection with Archangel Gabriel. That for me presents as a frequency that allows souls that have been trapped in fourth dimension, because the way that they die, they usually happens when someone dies but is very worried about what they're leaving behind. They get like stuck.
Yeah.
Yes. So when they show me that we could, because in our families we had lots of souls that were there, and so on. When I invoked the Archangel Gabriel, I could see like lots of souls going up. It was incredible, and usually the way also then because my body connects with a lot with my energy work, I could feel like heavy, as I said, heavy lifting going away from the body, because that's how we all experience when we have souls that of ancestors that are connected with us, because they can feel our vibration. They can feel that we can help them, so somehow that they start sort of getting attached to us. And that was also incredible. So you might all feel that a boost of energy after 2 nights sleep tomorrow morning, because we all have actually freed up a lot.
So good job, people.
Yes, yeah, indeed. It was brilliant job. Thank you so much, Joanna, for sharing.
Thank you.
Pleasure. Okay, if anyone else would like to share. If not, I'll thank you all for connecting. Hoping that I've been of any help of connecting dots, and enjoy the weekend. Thank you very much, everyone. Bye.